Hello drama lovers, welcome back to my channel. Breaking news. What if one quiet vacation could say more than 1,000 denial statements when Bailu and Joseph Zeng were spotted planning a trip together after months of relentless schedules? Fans didn't just get excited. They paused. Because sometimes, the most meaningful stories don't begin on set, but in the silence between projects. And this one, it's shaking C-drama fandoms worldwide. The news didn't arrive with a press release. No official photos. No dramatic headlines at first. Just whispers, soft, persistent, impossible to ignore. Bailu and Joseph Zeng. Vacation. Together. In an industry where every step is scheduled and every smile is monitored, the idea of two top-tier C-drama stars choosing the same moment to step away feels intentional. Bailu, known for her emotional depth and unshakable screen presence, has been running on a near non-stop cycle of filming, promotions, and endorsements. Joseph Zeng, equally relentless, has spent months bouncing between demanding roles and public appearances, rarely slowing down. So when reports surfaced that they were planning time away not for work, not for a project, but for rest, fans immediately felt the shift. This wasn't about rumors yet. It was about timing. Social media lit up within hours. On Weibo, keywords combining their names surged. International fans followed fast, translating posts, sharing theories, and revisiting old interviews. Because this wasn't happening in a vacuum. Bailu and Joseph Zeng share a history of mutual respect, subtle chemistry, and an ease that fans have noticed for years. And here's where the tension truly begins. In C entertainment, vacations are rarely casual. They're calculated, protected, quiet. Which begs the question, why now and why together? But before we jump to conclusions, there's another layer we need to unpack. Because the reaction to this news says just as much as the news itself. And that's where the story deepens. The fan response wasn't loud at first. It was careful. Longtime fans know the rules: assume nothing, respect privacy, protect the artist. But emotions don't follow rules. Some fans expressed pure joy. Comments filled with heart emojis, soft encouragements, and messages wishing them rest and happiness. Others leaned analytical, breaking down timelines, schedules, and past interactions like detectives driven by affection, not obsession. Then there were the quieter voices. Fans who said, "Whatever this is, I just want them healthy." And that sentiment echoed everywhere, from Chinese forums to global Twitter threads and TikTok edits set to nostalgic soundtracks. What's fascinating is how this moment blurred the line between on-screen chemistry and off-screen connection. Not because fans demanded romance, but because they recognized comfort. The kind that doesn't need explanation. Industry insiders weighed in too, gently reminding the public that shared vacations don't always mean shared romance. Sometimes, they mean shared exhaustion, shared trust, shared understanding in an industry that rarely allows either. Yet even with logic on the table, the emotional undercurrent remains strong. Because fans aren't reacting to a rumor, they're reacting to a feeling. The feeling that something genuine might exist behind the cameras. And as discussions continued, one truth became clear. This vacation became symbolic. Not just of Bailu and Joseph Zeng, but of a larger desire fans have been holding onto. And to understand that, we need to look at the industry itself. Chinese entertainment thrives on perfection. Flawless images. Carefully managed narratives. Stars are admired, but rarely allowed to be human. That's why this moment resonates so deeply. A vacation private, unbranded, unannounced feels almost rebellious. It reminds fans that behind the awards and trending hashtags are people who get tired. People who need quiet. People who choose who they rest with. Lu has often spoken about emotional burnout in subtle ways. Joseph Zeng, too, has hinted at the weight of expectations placed on rising stars. Seen through that lens, this vacation feels less like a scandal and more like a statement. Not everything meaningful needs to be confirmed. Some connections exist outside labels. And sometimes, the most powerful choice is stepping away together, without explaining why. Whether this trip represents friendship, something deeper, or simply mutual comfort, its impact is undeniable. It has slowed the fandom down, made people reflect, made them feel. And in an industry built on speed, that pause might be the most radical thing of all. Which brings us to the emotional heart of this story. At the end of the day, this isn't just about Lu and Joseph Zeng. It's about how fans choose to love. Love can be loud, demanding answers. Or it can be quiet, rooted in respect, patience, and trust. This moment challenges fans to decide which kind they want to be. Because maybe the real story isn't whether they're more than colleagues. Maybe it's that they're allowed to be more than content. And if this vacation teaches us anything, it's that some stories don't need conclusions. They just need space to breathe. If you felt something watching this unfold, pause for a second. Comment not with theories, but with how this moment made you feel. Subscribe if you believe celebrity stories are about humanity, not just headlines. And stay with us because the quiet moments often tell the loudest truths.